Hey, this is your Couch Rider Raven chiming in, saying, hey, we in the playoffs, y'all. It's nice to see we got a home game. And the reason I'm doing this show right now is because, I'll be honest with you, I got some priorities to meet church wise, and I can't make it to the show Wednesday night. But I love you, and I miss you. And I'm going to be there next week for sure. The Baltimore wasn't spectacular in the win as far as Lamar Jackson's performance, but that defense showed up. And oh my goodness, Pierce with that pick. He could have had a thick six, but I think that goal line was just a little bit too far away. He said it himself, like, hey man, I'm trying to go home. we at the crib. Of course, the big storyline is what's up with Zay's leg. You know, it sounds like a bruise. A bruise could be anything from a couple of days to 2 to 4 weeks. We don't know, and I guess we'll find out later on in the week if we see him practicing. But let's look at the guys who will be there Saturday as far as the wide receivers. So you got Bateman, you got Nelson Aguilar, we got Devontae Walker, and hopefully we see somebody pulled up from the practice squad, giving them an opportunity if Zay can't go.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about, Dayton Wade. Come on.
Thoughts and prayers for real about Zay's knee, man. This is an electric receiver. We need him. This is definitely one of Lamar's top weapons. I mean, look at the targets week by week. You're going to see high amounts of targets going to this guy, and what he does after the catch is phenomenal.
So we need him back. Come on, man.
It's the obvious that's going on Facebook. We all owe Zach Orr an apology. I know I do.
I said some stuff. I said some bad stuff. It was a lot of stuff.
But he got it together, and he helped his passing attack. They made the adjustments on defense and gave guys the opportunities to start and make things better. That's what I appreciate about the spirit of competition and what the Ravens do when it comes to that in practice. The best guys are going to play. I'm hoping Sunday that we see a couple of more interceptions. It was great to see Wiggins get a pick six for his first pick of the season. That's fantastic. What do you say? I hope that's his first pick. I have to go back and look it up, but I think that's his first pick. But going back as far as the offense goes, we definitely need to still stick to the ground, go with what we know. And we know that Pittsburgh gave up the cookies on the ground last time we played them. We need to stick to the same script. Reason being is because they have their eyes set on Lamar, on the read option. They know that they're going to hit Lamar regardless. And so if they continue to give and they leave that gap, it's going to expose that defense big time. Shout out to this offensive line. They're doing lots of changes as far as the guards. You see them getting different timing, but they're still making things happen. I can't wait to see more and more plays where we get to see wham and pull plays. I love when you have a pulling guard running over to smack somebody else in the face who just did not see it coming. I'm looking forward to seeing Isaiah Likely get started. I'm looking forward to seeing my main man Mandrews get rolling. Just so many weapons on this offense, and I know that people don't think that these guys are weapons, or when they think it's convenient, they say that they're weapons. But then all of a sudden, if things go south, then we say we ain't got no weapons. But we got weapons. We got guys. And of course, QB8, he gonna ball. He gonna do his thing. These are the bright lights, and it seems like he performs well in the bright lights. As far as this defense is concerned, like I said, they are shoring things up on that back end. We hadn't heard any kind of bad news or beats across the middle when it comes to Roquan. I think that adjustment was Chris Board sitting next to him. Sure, we got that other speed demon out there who was compared to Pat Queen. It's just the performance was not the same. I'm not saying that Chris Board is better. I'm just saying that he gels well. With Agent Zero. Now, of course, we want to know, like, hey, Pickens wasn't there last game, but Pickens is there this time. I wonder what changes the Ravens are going to make to be able to lock this guy down and make him a non-factor. Another headache that could be a problem for the Ravens is Jaylen Warren. He's just a real elusive creature. I don't see Tutu as like a big factor, but he can thump people. But I think the way that the Ravens have trained against Derrick Henry all season, I think that Tutu will not be too much of a factor. I'm not going to completely cancel him out, but this is a great run-stopping defense. So I'm saying Tutu ain't gonna be a factor, but I think Warren will be a factor. As far as deep threats are concerned, Calvin Austin III is a speedster, but it's like, are they gonna target him? Can he get past the secondary? I'm not sure. And who's gonna be on him? Because if it's Wiggins, you can consider the guy canceled out the entire game. I think I like that matchup. I'm all about that matchup because Wiggins has that closing speed, and he's just a great cover corner. Marlo, of course, is playing an excellent ball. Our problem child is the same as usual. Brandon Stevens. But we love you. You're here. Keep working, my boy. Back to the offensive side of the ball. I do think that Justice Hill is going to be a major factor in this game. He is going to be that kind of escape route type of person, as far as Lamar Jackson is going to have that back door. And he's gonna need Justice Hill to be running out that back door so that he can make sure he's escaping this crazy defensive line of the Steelers, because I want to say it's Herbig, and and TJ Watt. I think TJ gonna be healthy this game. Those are gonna be some problem children for the Ravens, but they just gotta make sure that they're running the ball and they're also using Justice Hill appropriately. I'm not saying give him the full workload, but in passing down situations, we need to make sure that he's on a wheel route, he's on a screen route, he's doing something in the flats, drag something to where he is getting open and being able to make yards after the catch. So as far as keys to victory, I'm saying, look, run the ball, figure out what Pickens is on every single play, stop Russell from throwing the moon balls, and stop Jaylen Warren. If they can do those things, of course, and getting pressure on Russell, we can make some things happen. And we can get to the next round of playoffs where we'll be facing, Lord knows who. But possibilities are there. I'm not looking down the road. I'm looking at this game right here. One other key is the penalties. I know Baltimore is just high on penalties, and this officiating crew is not going to help us at all. This crew has been known to call for a lot of holding calls. In fact, when the last time this crew was refereeing for us is when we played Tampa Bay, and we had 85 yards in penalties, folks. I think that's actually a low for us, because we're normally racking up 10 to 12 or about 95, maybe 100-some yards. So we got to keep those penalties down. They got to play disciplined ball. They got to recognize where the hand placement is, where they're lined up on the line of scrimmage, because a lot of our penalties are illegal formations and holding on offense and holding in our secondary. We get little handsy out there. It's like a family reunion. Everybody trying to give hugs. Like, I'm not going loud during the game, because if I throw some furniture or something, it might get a lot of hits, but then I got to go ahead and make another trip to Home Depot or some furniture store or something. I'm pretty sure I'll do some texting, so if y'all want to hit me up on Twitter, handles AlfieJL, please do. And if you liked today's video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And so what is it, smack the bell? Yeah, absolutely. I know I did it all wrong, but let's hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. I appreciate y'all coming through. Thanks for the love that you continually give. If you like this video, go ahead and share it with somebody, and let's just keep rolling. I'll be live in the studio. Actually, I'm still in the studio. I'm just down here on the ground. But I'll be live next week. I promise. Happy New Year, y'all. 2 claps. Fade to black.